Hey guys, since we missed class this week, I thought I would give you a short video lesson on how to prepare for your blog presentation, which is due next week, week 7. In week 7, you're going to gather at tables of about 6 people, and you're going to listen to each other, make presentations that encourage people to visit your blog, understand what it's about, and engage with it. There's another layer to this assignment, which is that because you're going to be at tables of only 6, you won't have a big projection screen, you won't be standing up, and so you're going to be practicing your presentation skills for these smaller group presentations, and you'll find that that makes a big difference in not just what you say, but how you feel as you say it. So, first step, you got to know what your blog is about, and you need to have written maybe at least 3 of your posts, preferably have a draft of 5 of your posts, so you have an idea of the full range of ideas and stories and evidence that you're going to bring into this blog before you try and condense it to present it to your fellow students. So your blog does not have to be finished, it does not have to be perfect, but you're going to need a storyline for the whole of the 5 posts. So it's a good time to sit down and figure out what are those posts going to be about. Make an outline for each one if you haven't already got an outline. Assemble some images, some video that you can use to show people why your blog will be engaging. When you have all that, think about students in your class. They've had the same training on blogs. They're all bloggers too, so you can assume that as a shared interest, but they might not be necessarily interested in the topic of your blog. So you need to think about what they are interested in and build some bridges from your interests to their interests. Third thing, before you put together your presentation, open up the document that's attached to the assignment and look at those rubrics that people are going to be using as they mark you. Because in this peer-reviewed presentation, I'm not going to see all the presentations. I am just going to see the marks that your different students listening to you gave you. So consider things like, how are you going to be visually interesting? How is it different showing people things on your laptop than showing things on the big screen? How are you going to manage your voice and your eye contact when it's a small group? How will that be different? How will you manage your notes differently in a small group? And make sure you go through all of the criteria in those rubrics and you have a sense of how you're going to meet those criteria so you get the best possible marks from your friends and your classmates. You should expect that your table will be a mix of people you know and people you don't know. And so you'll get that experience of being in a meeting and presenting. So you're going to need some visual interest. That means pictures and slides. You might want to take people to visit your actual blog site. You can go online as part of your presentation. You do want to prepare at least an outline for your presentation, have notes, and really practice, because it's a short presentation and it means it's really important you hit your timing. And you'll see at the bottom of the rubric there are different grades depending on how close you are to meeting the time requirement. So your textbook chapter on presenting, very helpful. Go through it. But the key to this presentation is really to know what you're going to put into your blog and why it might be interesting to your classmates, and then to speak simply and directly to the people at the table, make good eye contact, engage them in thinking about the issues you cover in your blog, and make them curious about what you've written. Hope this helps. If you have specific questions about how to prepare this presentation, please send me an email through Slate. See you next week.